Okay, so we just saw the video, all right, of the survivor, and we saw this quotation from the beginning of the presentation, and I love it. So think about the two chart group works you guys did. Tell me what you think about this. Every individual has choices, and every choice is individual. All right? Explain it, and then maybe we can take it a step further. Does that apply today? Crystal, and we'll start around here and we'll go around. Crystal, nice and loud.
This quote is evident in the fact that it shows that people had choices to make, and for example, those who chose, for example, we saw those who helped, they made their choice, they paved their path to be helpful to the Jewish people, and then other people, they decided, okay, well, we want to stand up for our patriotism and nationalism, and we want to go against one race and make them inferior to our own race, because that's what we believe in, and that's what we saw Hitler said to us, and brainwashed specifically.
Yeah, that was the word that came up, right?
Yeah, and this applies today in that us as teenagers, starting high school, we make a certain choice. Okay, are we gonna end strongly, or are we going to end poorly? Or the choices we make tends to tell us our tomorrow, meaning what we do today comes tomorrow.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Sierra?
Okay, so it says every individual has choices, and every choice is an individual. I believe that yes, every person makes a choice, and they can't say, oh, I chose this because this person told me to, or because I'm following this person. Whether you're following whoever you're following, that's going to reflect on yourself, because that's the choice you chose to make. You could have chose otherwise, but you decide to follow, but that's not what it's focused on. It's your choice.
Awesome. Very good. Very good. Another clap for everybody. Mamadou, nice and loud. We'll get everybody.
This quote means that you're always going to have to make tough decisions, but at the end of the day, whatever decision you made that by yourself and no one else did it for you. And I think it applies today in many ways, but it mostly applies into how you handle pressure and how you get past tough situations.
Yeah, and the choices are individual no matter how tough the situation is, right? Really quick, and keep in mind, when I ask you about today, think about what you guys are saying is great. Think about today in the world also. Think about world events also. Okay, Diana?
It says every individual has choices, and every choice is individual. I think that every one of us has a choice that we could make, and we make those choices based on how we feel about the situation. That applies today, because we all look at something that's going on, and we either ignore it, we stand there and see it, and it's just going on, or we do something about it. So I guess that's how I feel about it.
And are there trouble spots in the world?
Yes.
Yeah. And then Victoria.
This quote is actually really meaningful and
Louder,
powerful,
please.
because it applies to what happens nowadays too with policemen, with African Americans or any culture. So I believe that they shouldn't. That people have the right to stand up, because it's embarrassing.
People have the right to stand up, and did they?
Yes.
Okay, and in the examples, did anything happen to the 5 examples we saw?
No.
Victoria, then we're coming back here.
The
And we'll
quote
wrap it
says
up.
every individual has choices and every choice is individual. I agree with this quote, because as a person you can choose what you find morally correct or what everyone else wants you to do. So like the people in the second group activity, they chose to help or stand out and whatever they did, and nothing happened to them. So I think it's based on what you think is right and wrong, and it's basically saying that only you can make your choices. No one can make them.
No matter how tough the situations are. Don't forget those videos. I mean, don't have nightmares about it, right? But don't forget those videos we saw. Okay? Do you think during this time people were justified in being scared?
Yes.
Do you think so? I mean, I see those pictures and it's funny, you know, because they say you can never know how you would act in such a situation, but I think there's no way I would have stood up. I think there's no way. Somebody mentioned Schindler's List. Has everybody here seen Schindler's List? Yes. In Schindler's List, it's a black and white movie, and 2 scenes are in color. All right? One is it's a little girl and she wears a red jacket. Okay? And it shows her hiding under the bed while the stormtroopers, while the Nazis are marching in and kicking everyone out of the ghetto. Okay? You're going to laugh at me, and they say nobody could know how you would react. That would have been me. I would have been scared. I would have been hiding. I would have said, take me. I think that would have been me. That would have been my choice. Okay? And God bless the people who made choices. And then later on in the movie, it shows this poor girl dead on a heap of dead bodies. Okay? But that's just me. So I love hearing about you guys saying, you know, you got to step up, because I don't know if I could have. I promised Crystal, and then Kayla can wrap us up.
I think the quote means, like, in any situation, there's always going to be a choice, and, like, it's up to you to make the right one, or whichever one you think is right. And I feel like it connects to us today as, like, bullying, because you can watch it, but, like, you can choose if you want to stand up or, like, help the person. Yeah, that's what I think.
Very good. Kayla, take us home. Wrap us up.
Individuals.
No pressure.
Well, we, as like Crystal said, teenagers, we make our own choices, but peer pressure influences us to do something different. But some people do stand up against bullying, like the other Crystal said. But you have to use your own brain and do your own thing and not follow your friends or people that you think are cool. So, and it relates to us today because of bullying and drug and violence. So we can make a change with that.
All right, thank you very much. You guys want to wave to whoever? I don't know who's watching. Thank you.